Hey guys, welcome back to the Unreal Real Estate's Luxury Network. Today we're looking at a California home. Stands on top of a mountaintop California home. It's very nice. Super cool design. We're going to go right through it, take a look at it. Hope you enjoy it. Make 2 videos a day. If you like them, check out the channel. Hit me with a like and subscribe. We're going to jump right into it.
I think you can apply the word genius. I think anyone that looks at the different spaces that Ken has created sees that they are wonderful, incredible spaces, but he also understood people and how they move in a space and what stimulates them and what can add to their life from their experience with nature.
Super cool design. Built on top of a mountain. Isn't this neat? You ever see anything like that? I never have.
These ideas welled up within him. They were an intuitive response to the opportunities that he had, to the land and the water and the air.
Great. It kind of looks like if, you know how you put shingles on your roof? It looks like if you made your whole roof one shingle. And then you maybe stack those shingles on top of each other. It kind of looks like an ark, doesn't it? Kind of looks like Noah's Ark. Very neat style here, for sure.
My name is Dave Hampton. I'm a local San Diegan, and I'm an author of a book called San Diego's Craft Revolution and an independent curator.
Lots of privacy, lots of greenery. Very nice.
Dr. and Mrs. Joe Bailey are responsible for the Bailey House, which is northeast of San Diego in the sort of back country. He bought raw land in 1972. Eventually, he and Barbara Bailey together decided to work with Ken Kellogg. Ken had a lot of appeal because he's one of the few native-born San Diegans to develop a practice here that was
very cool,
informed by mid-century modern ideas. Ken,
love that they have rugs. A lot of places stray away from the rugs. What's wrong with rugs, guys? Why does everybody hate rugs? I like rugs. Take your shoes off. Nice comfy thing for your feet throughout the house. Come on.
Also had a handcraft element to his work and a sculptural element to his work. Ken Kellogg's architecture
kept the stone from the outside to the inside. You got the windows along these logs here. Very great, very cozy, very nice, very open. Very nice.
Had a kind of a roughness and a kind of a sun and surf sensibility, that there was something about his growing up next to the Pacific Ocean, but also having the mountains just 10 or 20 minutes away that helped him to come up with his own signature organic architecture.
Stonework is nuts. You know, and it's not, sometimes you see this nowadays and it's just lacquered with whatever putty they use. So you can't really see the cracks in the stones. Like this would all be filled in with like a white putty, but real good stone workers, they know what they're doing. You want to see those cracks and different things. Looks like we got a little bit of a problem here, but besides that, incredible work.
So Steve Bailey and I are at the front door of his family home, the Bailey House. And the door is an important feature of the artist John Vugren.
John Vugren also worked with Ken on the Kellogg Doolittle house. It's on a pin system. It's a custom door. A locksmith guy just came out to help us with stuff 2 weeks ago, and he was like, this is all commercial hardware. It's super rare.
And you can see how the door is built out sculpturally, so it's dimensional with this curve, and it's built using laminated individual strips of wood.
You don't want to have a rectangle door, do you? You want to have this funky, crazy shaped door. Why would you want a regular door? I want a one-of-a-kind, crazy shaped door.
The client started out wanting a functional ranch house that the owner could build himself with their ranch hands. But what Ken is inspired to come up with is a really wild, wonderful, complicated design. Mr. Bailey apparently took this on as a challenge and built the house himself with helpers, with ranch hands, and a number of different carpenters, most of whom were referred by Ken. And they do Ken's designs perfectly, but the house took a really long time to build. The rock, when you see the rock work in this house, it's just amazing.
It's a lot.
And it was quarried on the site from down below this hilltop.
Yeah, it's a funky door. I like that. I love their stone too.
I think my dad spent a lot of time running the cement mixer for this because he said he lost a lot of his hearing. It's like layer by layer, stack by stack of all these rocks.
Yeah.
Just inside the front door is a key kind of junction of the whole house where its two wings meet up. There's a gap between them that you walk into.
That kind of looks a little...
One side has a bedroom. The other side has the living areas, the kitchen and the living room and the fireplace and so forth.
Looks super cool room. Got the skylight coming in. This is a crazy looking stove. Everything here. Very unique, very one of a kind.
What I see a lot in the Bailey house is a maturation and a kind of a controlling of this language that Ken had developed in many, many other houses. So he's got the circular spaces, he's got the stonework.
Yeah, this guy's awesome. This is like real personal work. He doesn't use drywall, and he never has like your house is never a box when he builds it. It's like a curve. It's got shapes.
He's got the dramatic, dynamic curves of the roof and the balconies. He's got all the glass. He's got all these handmade elements.
Exposed wood, ceilings, no drywall. Don't cover it up. Let us see it. Let us see it.
One of the qualities of Kellogg's version of organic architecture is a deliberate blurring of the conventional division between the exterior and the interior. And so the idea that you have your finished interior cabinetry penetrating the exterior space is unusual and blurs that distinction between interior and exterior.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit of a struggle because part of it's outside and getting hit by the elements.
It's very difficult to maintain outside. It gets slammed by rain, wind, heat. We sand and restain it at least every year.
That's the price you pay for having luxury. Sustaining it. Look at this. Look at this kitchen. This wraparound big old circle kitchen. All handcrafted cabinets. Super cool knobs on it. This might be one of my favorite kitchens I've ever seen.
A couple of things about the kitchen that I think are noteworthy are that it's really the center point for all of the structure of the house that you see. And here is where all these massive laminated beams supported on the utility poles, they all come together in this space. If you're out in this room, all these points above you lead you here, and then it's echoed by the built-in table.
Other feature that comes to mind with this kitchen is the skylight. It's pretty rad. My brother and I rode our skateboards in this thing when it was standing up vertically and delivered out on the garage. That was a cool memory that I have of the house, definitely.
As the more clean look of woodworking that we associate with the 40s and 50s in modern furniture design evolved, they started to talk about something called the California roundover, where cabinets and pieces of furniture had a kind of a curve. But here it's put into the kitchen, into a more utilitarian and...
Looks awesome. Looks great. You almost wouldn't want to put anything in this place. You start like putting stuff in it and like your possessions, and it makes it worse. You want to have less. Just admire the architecture. That's why, like, if you have a regular house and you just have drywall everywhere, you're actually probably better off filling it with stuff. Because the walls aren't interesting, nothing else is interesting, so you have to put stuff in it to make it interesting. This place just looks good all the way around.
Environment, and it's floated off the ground, so everything has space around it, so they become these discrete, three-dimensional, very sculptural elements.
Mastercraft right there. Watching a master at work.
There's this idea that's associated with Frank Lloyd Wright, the idea of a big, hearty fireplace being the center of the home. And what you see from Ken throughout his career.
Check that out. I'm gonna do more of Ken's houses because these are incredible.
Is a development of this fireplace as a key attraction and sculptural element, a kind of a focal point of the living room. But he's also highlighting the sculptural form. There are gaps all around the shape of the fireplace so that it's completely freestanding. The glass pierces the rock, and the fireplace goes outside and inside at the same time, and it has these wonderful floating hearth of cast concrete. It's a way of distinguishing one material, one surface from another. So this big mass that you see with this geometry to it in plan view continues down into the floor beneath us, creating these warm walls for 2 bedrooms downstairs.
That's incredible. Yeah, if you can carry the heat throughout these stones, throughout the whole house, wow.
The house is really integrated to the mountaintop site. Part of it is subterranean, it's down in the earth itself.
Wow.
And so it's a perfect example of a house that grows of the hill. You also feel, at least I feel a little bit, like I'm looking out the opening of a cave. So even though the glass and the windows are high, he also does this thing of creating a line that gives you a sense of a lowering of the space. He's really called attention to it with giving it a different stain, a contrasting stain. This is such a cliche, but it is like being inside a sculpture.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that with the under, like when you go down into the lower section, the way that the roof kind of caves down like this, or like this. That makes you feel like you're in a cave and you're nuzzled in to the home. Gives a real homey feel, very, very cozy.
This is the
Especially with all the carpet. This is a cozy place.
primary bedroom.
This wing has a lot of same elements that the other wing does. It has its own fireplace, but also it has the same sort of gap in the ceiling that leads your eye to the central skylight or oculus. And beneath the skylight is another round enclosure where there's a dressing area, closet.
How cool is that? That's awesome. Double sinks. We got the nice tiling in here. We brought the rock in. Great stuff. Panel doors, closets, tons of space to put things. Carpet right out of the shower there, guys. For some people, I know I'm gonna have some people screaming over that. Why would you put carpet right out of the bathtub? I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. That's kind of a wild idea.
Closets, bathroom, etc. The
Carpet in the
headboard and the
bathroom.
built-in night tables and shelving is something that shows Ken's preference for woodworkers to be able to design these very aesthetically pleasing elements.
It's something you do when you own a place, is you can build in things like this. Like you build your headrest on your bed into the wall. You don't do that when you rent. You don't build these certain specific things for rooms into the room because you don't plan on owning it. It's a real shame. The real art comes when you know it's going to be yours.
Elements. He talked about a kind of an honesty in use of materials. And so here he's showing you exactly how it's constructed and taking the construction process and the structure itself, all the elements, and going, this is an element that I want you to see of how everything is put together. And wherever you see them, they create a kind of visual rhythm that creates another part of the visual experience. Ken really thought that people should use glass in a much more free way. And I think that...
Yeah, I agree. Well, he doesn't frame any of it. You know, he doesn't frame any of the glass in. The glass is just there, but you don't, like, if it's super clean, you might not even see it. So don't go running around this house thinking you can just run out, because you're going to hit that glass. You're going to shatter it. And that glass is probably worth a lot of money. So you be careful when you're running around this house.
Ken would use the glass in a joyful way to create a lively momentum and visual lines, but it also served to separate every single structural element that you see. And you get this fascination with the free interpenetration of interior and exterior space that the glass allows for.
Take a lot of Windex. Lot of Windex to be cleaning those windows.
We've got the circular patterns all around, and most obviously the mirror with this killer lighting above it. When you walk in and you shift around, it does kind of an optical, interesting play where there's another door and it's like, is it all cabinets? Is it a one-way entrance? No, it's two. It's kind of neat.
This relates to the bathroom design in the Doolittle house, where John Vugren did a very elaborate version of the.
Yeah, guys, if you like this one, I also reviewed that house. It's a very sci-fi looking house. It's great. It's in my catalog. You should check it out.
This very same central structure. One of the kind of neat things about Kellogg is that although he really cherished this idea of taking every client, every job, every site, and allowing it to dictate a brand new approach, he still had a sort of familiar bag of tricks that he would pull out.
Oh, yeah. The style is consistent throughout the house, for sure. There's nothing stark. I mean, there's interesting details, but there's no stark contrast throughout the house. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for this one. What do you guys think of the old mountaintop house? Send this to somebody who wants to live on a mountaintop house up there in the hills, up there where the eagles fly, where the falcons swoop down to pick up the lizard that's running for its life. Send it to somebody who wants to fly like an eagle. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. I got a whole catalog worth of videos you guys can check out if you want. And I make 2 videos a day and all that stuff. Hit me with a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.